Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Scorpio. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Scorpios, please. All right, so we have the Four of Wands. Okay, so we have soulmate energy right out the gates. 1111. Pay attention to that number sequence around this person or around this connection. They're also showing up as the moon, Cancer, Pisces energy. They're viewing you as the High Priestess, more Cancer, Pisces energy. And the connection, we see the Hermit card, Virgo energy. So three really strong major arcanas coming through. And we see the World card, four strong major arcanas coming through. So the World card tells me that this person might be vastly different from you, Scorpio, a different race, religion, or tradition. This is someone who definitely has a lot to offer. I mean, they represent stability here with the Four of Wands. And in fact, I think they're going to feel like home to you, Scorpio. Probably the first time in a long time or the first time ever. The World card indicates they could have strong fixed energy in their chart. Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. They could be at a distance from you, or they might travel a lot for work. We see the Seven of Wands. Yeah, this is somebody here who's definitely worth fighting for. This is someone who protects their energy. And I feel like that's very naturally Scorpionic in nature. So with the Hermit card, I feel like this connection is going to be one where it's very ride or die, but where you really fiercely protect the connection from outside influence or interference. I feel like this is somebody who's willing to fight for what they want, whether it's in work, in family, or in relationships. I do get an energy of this person traveling, or maybe they've traveled a lot, or they have travel plans when you meet them. The Three of Pentacles tells me that you two are compatible. This person's easy to work with. This is somebody who definitely works towards their goals. So I'm not saying that they don't know how to relax, but I feel like this is somebody who's always working towards something, bettering themselves. Some of you may meet this person through friends or through your community. And Scorpio, you're showing up as the Moon card, Cancer, Pisces energy, and so are they. So this is going to be a very romantic connection. But I think it's going to be uncanny how you can read each other and just how similar you two are. And I feel like this is where you feel like at home with one another, because it's like you finally meet someone who's at your level. You meet somebody who's, I think, very similar to you in a lot of ways. Okay, so let's see what else we need to know. All right, so we see short term. So your relationship with this person is not meant to last. They may enjoy being free. Your personal styles may not be complementary. Well, I'm seeing anything but. I think your personal styles are complementary. Now, obviously, this could indicate that this is not meant to be a long-term connection, but it's meant to be an intense connection. But for others of you, I kind of feel like some of you might meet this person and you can't be together for a long time. Like you meet traveling, or you meet at a work convention. I don't know, I just heard you meet in Vegas, or you meet somewhere in, I was getting in Asia. But anyway, but you meet this person and like, I don't know if they have to like cut out and work, like they need to like travel after you meet them. It doesn't mean that they're not coming back. Right? Or maybe that's the story for you, or you meet this person when you're away from home, or both of you are away from home. So you may not get a whole lot of time together initially. That's how I'm reading this card, because I see that your styles are complementary. But we see karmic soulmate here. You're meant to learn lessons in this connection and help each other evolve. Now, I know a lot of us cringe when we see or hear karmic soulmate. But for me as a reader, I don't. I feel like, the right connection, you absolutely are going to learn lessons together. Some of them are tough and some of them are beautiful. Like learning that, you're never going to be wrong for the right person. Or, meeting somebody that teaches you that, I don't have to give up on humanity. Or you meet someone and, you realize that your authentic self is good enough, right? Or you learn that you can trust again. So this person may not have any family. This is a great opportunity for them to feel as though they belong to yours. Okay, and we see childless. So it does look like this is somebody who doesn't have family, or their family's at a distance. And for a lot of you, they do not have children. The Moon card tells me this is going to be a very highly romantic and intuitive connection. Now, you both could be secret admirers. You could be admiring each other secretly, you know, before something happens here. We see occupation showing up in reverse, which to me is usually an indication that this person doesn't just work. They have a career, they have a passion. But I also see that there could be something about work that makes this connection difficult, okay? We see mature man showing up in reverse. So my readings are not meant to be gender specific, Scorpio, but some of the cards that I use are, and this to me indicates that this person may look a lot younger than they actually are, or they're more mature than their age. All right, and we see change, yeah. But this may be somebody, Scorpio, who does move around a lot. They might be nomadic. They might do a lot of like contract work or something like that. I just feel like there's something here about movement and travel, which I'm not going to lie, may cause some difficulties in this relationship or this relationship coming together. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to be the distance. I just kind of feel like, again, you meet this person traveling, or when they're away from home, or you're away from home, or you meet them right before they're about to be deployed, or they're about to, work overseas or travel or something like that, okay? But it doesn't mean that it's not necessarily going to work out. All right, so my Scorpios, this person spends their money quickly, but it does feel like they have money to spend. All right, they have been in your proximity at least once in the last 6 months. So this to me is confirmation that this person may really kind of come and go. All right, we see they may have an unusual hair feature, and they may be a fire sun sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right. And what else do my Scorpios need to know about this person or this connection? What else do my Scorpios need to know about this person or this connection, please? All right, they may have gray hair, okay? Again, specific messages that aren't going to resonate with all of you, and maybe they just have a few grays coming in. Maybe they dye their hair because it's gray, or maybe they have a full head of gray hair. This person is well known, okay? So within their family, within their community, maybe they've got a large social media following, and you may meet this person through friends, Scorpio, okay? They're viewing you as the high priestess, and you're in the moon energy. So this person has a really good read on you. And, the moon and the high priestess, like typically we refer to it as Cancer Pisces energy, but I mean, it could so be Scorpio energy as well. But the high priestess here is somebody who's deeply creative, intuitive, it doesn't grant access to just anyone. So not that you don't have friends, or you're not gregarious, or you're not open, but, with the high priestess here, you don't let anybody just in. There's something mysterious and elusive and also very provocative, evocative about you. And that's certainly the case because you're showing up as the moon. All right, but they see you as creative, selfless, loving, and wise. We see the 10 of Swords. So this person might be worried about, that you've been through something really painful or traumatic. Okay, that may keep you from wanting a higher level of commitment, or they might be worried about the timing of this connection. Some of you, now my Singles New Love readings are really truly meant to be somebody new on the scene, right? Not an ex, not somebody you've dealt with before, but it's happened a couple of times today already in other readings. And yes, it's annoying, but I can't ignore the signs that I'm getting or the messages that I'm receiving. Some of you may have had a short-term connection and an ending with this person. So it could be them coming back around. And I see that with the 6 of Swords in reverse as well. Like this person being stuck on you, not being able to move on from you. So maybe some of you have had a brief encounter with this person, okay? And it wasn't able to work out and they're coming back around. Now for others of you, you might have a brief encounter. But what I'm going to tell you is that the 6 of Swords in reverse tells me this person's not going to be able to stop thinking about you. This person is stuck on you. And you may be a little bit conflicted because of that. But I do think that, you because you've been through something painful here, This person might be worried that you haven't healed or you're not ready to move on from that, whether it's the loss of a loved one. You could be a widow or a widower. Maybe you've been through a difficult breakup or some sort of painful ending. So I do think you're going to be keeping your feelings to yourself, even if they're deep and romantic for this person. And Scorpios, you may be a little bit detached here. So this person might be a little bit worried here that you're not ready to move on, or that you're not looking for something serious, or you're not ready for something serious. But they're definitely not going to be able to move on from you. I'll tell you that much. All right. So let's see how they're viewing you, what they like about you. We see the Knight archetype. So loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. And we see Midas and Miser. So entrepreneurial or creative energy to turn anything into gold, and you delight in sharing life's riches. So this person just sees you as an entrepreneur. They see you as creative. They see you as, delighting in sharing life's riches. I think this person with this spends their money quickly. Like, you two are going to have a really great, luxurious time together. Obviously, luxury means different things to different people. It can be like big spending, but it can also be, long, slow mornings in bed and things like that. But anyway, so they see you as very romantic. They see you as the Midas and the Miser archetype. And the connection is defined as the Hermit card. Okay, Virgo energy. So this connection may require some strategy and some planning, especially if you two live at a distance from one another. I also think this is a very enlightened energy. So I do feel like I have very enlightened, awakened, two enlightened, awakened, oh my gosh, I can't speak. Two enlightened, awakened people coming together. Two people who are also very highly independent though, okay? So we see decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. So there's going to be a big decision here. Are we going to work on this or are we not? Especially if there's distance. All right. We see this friendship is leading to more. Okay. So should we be more than friends, or should we just leave it like this, right? Some of you, again, meeting through friends. Maybe they're already a friend. All right. And we see retreat. Time alone or in nature will help you recharge. I do kind of feel like I've got two people here who have a tendency to deal with their own problems and issues and heavier emotions independently or on their own. And I think that's true for you. I think it's true for them as well. We do see that work might be an issue within this relationship, a lot of travel or maybe work schedules that don't line up. And we do see that there's some obstacles, but that doesn't mean it can't work out, Scorpio, okay? But unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement, and that might be in your energy, okay? But also feel free to swap the energies that I'm picking up on here. All right, so we see third party. Now, I'm not really getting that there's like anyone's a player, anybody's married. I mean, they're in the Four of Wands. Maybe they are in another connection, but I doubt it. I just think you're dealing with a karmic situation, and we do see that karmic soulmate. I kind of feel like the third party here could be work, or it could be distance, okay, or schedules lining up. All right, we see give this person a chance, benefit of the doubt, and guided steps to great love. So follow the path of ascension. Follow what feels right, Scorpio. But Spirit saying, Scorpio, open your heart to this connection. Love is the highest energy of all. Let it in. All right, anything else we need to know? January. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn or Aquarius. It could be unfolding between now and January. But Spirit saying allow the process. And I kind of keep getting, you might have a brief encounter with this person, spend a weekend together, kind of fall in love with each other, really enjoy that, and then, let's see where this goes type energy. All right, my Scorpios, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.